chaotic, over the top, exotic. Welcome to Marvel Rivals, the hero shooter where chaos reigns, explosives are mandatory, and every hero is one dramatic pose away from breaking Instagram. This isn't just a game, it's a battlefield where Hulk smashes, Iron Man blasts, and Spider-Man swings his way into your heart. Or more likely into a wall because you haven't figured out the controls yet. Anyhow, it's fun, sure, but let's be real, nothing tests your patience more than duelist players who think they're auditioning for a solo movie. Meanwhile, the objective, yeah, let's not talk about that. But hey, it's Marvel, baby. You're here for the iconic heroes, the over-the-top action, and the tiny veiled excuse to blow stuff up in spectacular fashion. So buckle up, because Marvel Rivals isn't just here to play, it's here to stay. I don't even know what that means. Anyway, alright, let's talk gameplay. Marvel Rivals is a free-to-play, fast-paced hero shooter where every match feels like a chaotic episode of What If. What if Spider-Man decided to take on Hulk? What if Iron Man gave backshots to Iron Man? And what if Hawkeye stopped one-tapping my ass? The game's core mechanics are solid. You've got your tanks, your duelists, and your support heroes, aka the people trying desperately to keep that dumbass DPS alive. When they YOLO into a fight, they can't win. Anyhow, every character is unlocked right from the start. That's right, no grinding, no paywalls, and no, oh, you wanna play Hulk? That'll be $10 or 50 hours of soul-crushing gameplay. And I'm of course referencing Overwatch 2. Look, it's refreshing to jump in and have full access to everyone's abilities without needing a second mortgage or burning your weekend grinding XP. And the Battle Pass, honestly, is one of the least predatory systems I've seen in a while. It's affordable, and get this, you can still unlock rewards after the season ends. FOMO, who's that? We don't know her. Other games, every battle royale ever, could take a lesson here. Don't remember how many times I've played Fortnite as if it were a chore, just to avoid missing out on the Battle Pass rewards. That's probably one of the reasons I got burnt out and stopped playing for a long time, until the OG season last year. Now, onto the role queue, or rather, the lack of one. And thank God for that, because role queue is a disaster masquerading as a future, in my opinion. Sure, it sounds good on paper, balance the teams, make sure everyone plays nice, but in practice, it's like handcuffing yourself to a sinking ship. If you get a bad tank, healer, or DPS, congratulations, you're doomed for the entire match. But Marvel Rivals, on the other hand, no role queue means absolute chaos, and I love it. Wanna run 4 supports? Go for it. Tankless team? Who cares? As long as everyone's having fun, it works. The freedom to experiment and go wild with the team comps makes the game infinitely more enjoyable, in my opinion. Yo, a sub and a like would help a small creator like me a lot. So do please sub me. Thanks. Anyhow, look, some heroes are kinda unbalanced. Iron Fist, absolute menace in my opinion. If he's on the enemy team, you might as well start drafting your retried apology card, if he's a good Iron Fist though. But here's the thing, with a good team you can counter almost anything. There's another discussion happening right now regarding balancing, specifically the current roster of heroes, which consists mostly of duelists, 19 out of 35 to be exact. However, I doubt it's a significant issue at the moment. So I'm not gonna complain about balancing too much, but what I'm gonna complain about is the matchmaking. Oh boy, it's a coin flip between getting a team of prime Avengers or lobotomized teammates. Sometimes it's bad enough to make you question your life choices. Just ask Charlie. Much critical. This dude had a stroke trying to reach Grandmaster in solo queue. The matchmaking system thrives on pairing you with teammates who have the strategic depth of a spoon, making victory feel like an uphill battle. But if you have a decent team of friends, there won't be much to complain about in my opinion. Apart from the teammate balancing, the waiting times are almost none. You think about queuing, you're in. That's it. And I think that's great. I remember the early days of Siege when, even with a full squad, we had to wait up to 40 minutes. 40 fucking minutes. Only to get hit with the matchmaking failed error and having to go through the same fucking process again. Alright, let's address the performance issues. Marvel Rivals has a peculiar quirk where your in-game performance is tied to your FPS. In simpler terms, if your game runs at a lower FPS, your character might move slower or deal less damage damage compared to players with higher FPS. This isn't just a minor hiccup, it's like bringing a butter knife to a vibranium fight. Players have reported that heroes like Venom and Magic experience noticeable nerfs at lower FPS. Venom's wall running speed drops, and Magic's dash distance shortens. It's as if the game punishes you for not having a top-tier gaming rig. This issue stems from the game's engine not properly accounting for delta time, leading to discrepancies in gameplay based on hardware performance. Community discussions suggest various workarounds, like tweaking configuration files or adjusting in-game settings, but these are more band-aid solutions than actual fixes. The developers need to address these engine-level problems to ensure fair play across the board. Personally, I'm running this game on an RTX 1470 Super on lowish settings with DLSS set to quality, and I'm getting anywhere from 150 to 200 FPS depending on the situation. And for a competitive game, that is really unoptimized. And mind you that 4070 was around 700 euros when I bought it, so it is by no means a cheap low-tier GPU that everyone can afford. And to summarize this point, I would say that while Marvel Rivals offers an engaging experience, these performance issues can be a significant drawback. It's crucial for the developers to prioritize resolving these problems to maintain a balanced and enjoyable game for all players, regardless of their hardware capabilities. By the way, do please comment your thoughts on the topic. Now let's dive into the characters. I've got to admit, the roster is genuinely creative and the designs are something. The devs clearly put some love and thought into making each hero feel unique and stand out on the battlefield. And thank God this is a third-person game, because let's be honest, half the appeal of these characters is seeing your hero look good while smashing heads. You can actually appreciate the costumes and skins, unlike those first-person games where your drip might as well be invisible. But let's address the elephant, or maybe the cake in the room. Some of these designs, they are borderline gooner bait in my opinion. And look, I'm not here to king shame, but when Black Widow shows up looking like she's ready for a modeling shoot, you start to wonder if the devs spent a little too much time on certain details. And also, I've got to mention this. This skin for Mrs. Fantastic. Oh my god, this shit got me acting up. Holy shit. Woo! And don't even get me started on Venom, man. My guy's caked up. Now, the skins are good, I'll give him that. They're detailed, stylish, and actually feel worth unlocking. And honestly, the variety so far is impressive, especially compared to other live service games when they were starting out. I don't think there's much to complain here, as I'm not expecting them to flood the store with new skins every day. I mean, some wild skins like Spider-Man and Tuxedo would be really cool, but given enough time, I'm sure we'll see fun and crazy skins added to the game. In conclusion, the designs are definitely a strong point for Marvel Rivals. They are flashy, fun, and sometimes a bit too enticing. But hey, if you're gonna get stumped in matchmaking, at least you can do it while looking like a god or a thirst trap. So here's the verdict. Marvel Rivals. It's actually pretty solid. Whether you're a diehard Marvel fan or just someone looking for a fun multiplayer game to sink some time into, it's worth a shot. Even if you're not familiar with this type of team-based chaos, the game is surprisingly easy to get into, and once you do, it's hard to put you down.
I'm gonna tell y'all the rules to survive this situation. Rule number 1, you gotta be quick. Rule number 2, don't fall down. And rule number 3, whatever you do, never look back. Y'all wish me luck. Snatch and run!